this was a great win for us. And we can talk about all the missed shots. That's how Vegas plays defense, and that's how we've played defensively. Vegas is 5th in the nation in field goal percentage for their opponent, and I know why. I witnessed it tonight. And we're pretty good ourselves. Every shot was challenged. Every shot was contested. Very few gimmies. And I do think that's going to be the norm for our league. You have to grind it out, and we found a way to do it. My one disappointment was I was hoping we'd be that team that would have Vegas get off the snide on their three-point shooting. They were 0 for 8 the first half and made 1 in the second half, didn't they? That really wasn't my concern, but I knew at halftime they were 0 for 8. And they got the nation's longest in making threes. And we did a pretty good job of challenging them. It's not that they're bad shooters. It's that, and it's not that we're bad shooters. It's hard. It's hard. So for us to get a win, it doesn't matter where you play. I'm appreciative. We had a great effort, and Malcolm and Kawhi were unbelievable on the glass. They were sensational with their rebounding. So it was really, really good for us.
Coach, your team, I mean, this is a really physical game, more physical than any game you've played this season. Is it encouraging you to see that your team was able to pound and grind it out in this type of game and show that kind of side to it as well?
Yeah, you better be able to do that. I mean, that's expectations that we have. I mean, I would have been bitterly disappointed if we'd allowed ourselves to be pushed out to the three-point line when we were trying to post up. It was not for the weak and faint of heart. It was hard. It was hard fought. We've got to do a better job of managing our emotions. We can't have 3 technical fouls. I'm sure Lon would say the same thing. We got enough to do to play. Don't get caught up in all the other gibberish that goes in with it. You have to be able to walk that line, but be able to control yourself. And we visited on that at halftime about what happened in the first half, and we had another one, Kawhi and one of their players in the second half. So, we competed, and so did they. But that's what I expected, and that's what our players expected, to have that kind of arm wrestling game, and we got it. We had it.
During the second half, DJ seemed to have a little trouble bringing the ball up the court. Was that just part of the plan, just trying to get past the defense? Was that more UNLV? Was it just trying to fill out defense? You had the backcourt violation there. Was that something you want to see maybe improve, maybe get the ball faster, maybe run your offense?
That's the good defense by the Rebels. They forced 19 plus turnovers a game. We had 12. We're going to have some turnovers. What I said is let's minimize the number of turnovers, live ball turnovers that lead to layups. And they had a couple, but not many. And that was critical. DJ competes. They wore him out. I mean, he was all, again, he played 40 minutes for us tonight. Got popped in the head at one point and had some dizziness that he had to deal with. But DJ is the guy that we rely on to be tough and hard-nosed and have poise under the stress of the moment. And it's not always pretty, but I would take him in a game. If we're got a pickup game going, he's going to be my first pick.
It was probably good to have, of course, Kawhi to bring the ball up too, and then on the defensive end, you can probably cover their guards that seem to give them a lot of fits too, and they try to drive the lane. You got Kawhi in there, he's taller.
Yeah, we've got several guys that have the capability of bringing it up and getting us into an offensive look too. You're right.
Coach, you played a lot of good teams this season. Would you say UNLV was the best, and it's better than for shooting tonight?
Well, I don't want to get into that. But UNLV is a very, very good basketball team. Lon and I are good friends. I've got great respect for how he runs a program. I like his kids. They compete hard. I think there's mutual respect on one another's benches, from coaches to players, but they want to knock one another down and out when they're playing, and then that's just the nature of it. They're good. They're a good team. But we've played and will continue to play some other really good teams.
You've praised the fans all year, but tonight it seemed even more that they took it to another level. I mean, did you see that? The players were raving about it too.
The fans?
Yeah.
I came out with about 2.5 minutes to go and saw all the towels being waved, and I just knew. I said, nobody in America who played today had it any better from an atmosphere standpoint, and very few could match what we had. Our fans have been sensational, and they have helped us, as you know. That's a home court edge, boy. That's a big home court edge when you can have that feel. And your players, the players appreciate and get excited right along with the fans. So we owe them a great debt of gratitude, and we've voiced that. They're sensational.
What does it say about Kawhi that he shoots 3 of 11 and yet impacts the game in so many different ways?
Kawhi is a winner. You know, he's got grit and toughness. He's unafraid to make a play. Occasionally he tries a little too hard, but I'd much rather have a guy like that than a guy that's going to shy away when winning is on the line. He plays unafraid, and we practice tomorrow at 12:45, and if you walk in here at 12:15, he'll be on the floor shooting, working on getting his game better. He's a load, and he competes.
And what makes both him and Malcolm individually great rebounders in your mind?
Kawhi and Malcolm pursue the ball. Kawhi's got the biggest hands of, he's got, I said this, he's got Chris Webber type hands where if the ball touches it, he gets it. And Malcolm has gotten so much better at having a feel for where that ball is going to come to, and he's so athletic that he can jump sometimes before the opponent does, and then they stay with it. You don't get those rebounds if you don't fight, continue, and you shove, and when you get shoved, you have to shove back. And they did that. They were incredible. I don't know any team I've ever had who got 16 and 17 rebounds for 2 guys on your team. They were sensational.
You reference your crowd. Now you're going to one of the hardest places to play. I mean, what is it that makes the Pit, as notorious as it is?
You take what we got here and take it to the Pit. They got great home court. They got great fans. They'll have that sold out sign up tomorrow, and they'll all be there. So that coupled with the fact they got good players, so it's a hard place to play. We have gone in and won in that building, and that's our goal to do it again. I also wanted to make sure that I voiced how excited I am as the basketball coach that Rocky Long is going to be the new football coach at San Diego State. He is quality through and through. He's a terrific football coach and a wonderful person that our university did a great thing in not waiting and naming him the new head coach. And I'm so excited for all of San Diego State. So this was a good day for the Aztecs.
Duke is down. You think any number 1 votes may fall your way?
I know we're 18-0. I know that, and I'm pleased with that. So we'll see. I remember in October I said, let's see if we're still in the mix December the 8th or 9th, and we're still in the mix, and that's our goal, to stay there. Obviously, if you win, you stay there. And we'll have another hard game on Saturday. I know that, you know that, and our players know that. But we're capable of going in and winning. And that's what we're going to try to do.